Thomas Friedman has got an op-ed on the front page of the New York Times today. You know, he's that confused billionaire who wrote the book The Olive Tree and the Lexus, talking about how the Lexus, you know, the luxury car made by, I think it's Toyota. It's either Toyota or Honda. One of them makes Lexus and the other makes Infiniti. Pretty sure it's Toyota. The Lexus was the result of the free market and of free trade deals. Thomas Friedman has been an advocate of this stuff forever. Turns out after his book was published, we all discovered that it was complete BS. The Lexus was, you know, Toyota was successful because, you know, back in the 70s, Japan had massive subsidies for Toyota, number one. Number two, they blocked the import of American cars into Japan to give Toyota a domestic foothold, you know, with huge tariffs. And number three, they subsidized the exports of Toyota and the development of the Lexus. Oh, but isn't that great? So this was, you know, Friedman's first duh. And then, you know, Bush lies us into a war in Iraq, and Friedman keeps coming out and saying it's going to just be another 6 months. And so everybody says, oh, these are Friedman units, 6 months. Well, we've got 3 Friedman units until the election. And Thomas Friedman is coming out saying, yeah, you know, we really need to keep giving our for-profit insurance companies and big pharma nearly twice as much money as any other country on earth pays for health care so that they can pad their bottom lines. This is how billionaires think, right, when they write for the New York Times. He thinks that if people in the U.S. have a contagious disease, we should check their citizenship before giving them treatment. Again, you know, only a billionaire like Trump or Friedman, who lives in a world where they don't have to interact with average people or walk down normal streets, would think that we should check somebody's citizenship before we determine, you know, whether or not they're going to get health care for their contagious illness. He says the Democrats are only going to be brought together by fear of Trump. Because Americans really, I mean, you know, the implicit message is that Americans really don't want to return to the values of FDR's New Deal or LBJ's Great Society. He quotes a Democratic politician who complains that her critics say she's too close to business. Right. Democrats need to stay in bed with the fat cats from corporate America. It's the only way to beat Trump. You know, Trump won by trashing the fat cats in corporate America. Could somebody tell Tom Friedman, please? Donald Trump campaigned saying, you know, the whole system is rigged. These fat cats. He says, I know how to play the system. I buy politicians all the time. He's a businessman. Corporations buying politicians. And Friedman says, oh, no, we should be really, you know, more of our Democrats should be bought by businesses. I don't think we want that. I don't think the American electorate wants that. I think the American electorate wants the big banks broken up. They want them re-regulated. They want people to be able to go to college or trade school without going into debt. They want people to be able to have health care without paying, you know, giant premiums to health insurance companies so that CEOs can take hundreds of millions of dollars, literally. Workers want to have decent pay and the right to unionize. These are the issues, by the way, that the squad is talking about. And the billionaires, you know, frankly, I think that if we run the Friedman's platform, we lose.